In today's video, I'm going to show you how to paint your interior pieces using duplicolor's interior paint. Let's get started with the process.
I'ma do this thing my way. Let's go. Been grinding hard on it all day. Okay. We work hard, then we all play.
So we finally got some rain here in Texas. It's been a while. So I'm going to be doing this, pulling it out of the car and then taking it onto the back patio and painting it back there. So I'm going to show you the process I use to painting the interior using spray paint. Alright, so when it comes to painting the interior, there's a few methods you can use. You can take the entire dash out and all the panels and all that out and mix up the paint and do it out of the spray gun, which is actually a really good method, but it takes a lot of work. And a lot of people are just looking for shortcuts that look good. And so that's what I'm going to show you. Now, you can tape off the entire windshield using paper and tape, getting all the way down in there, making sure that it's not going to get on the windshield. And then you can use the spray can, duplicolor spray paint. It's made for vinyl. If you don't use a vinyl paint, it won't dry. It'll always be tacky and it'll look good, but it will never be dry. You can touch it and it'll leave your fingerprints. So I'll be using actual vinyl paint, but I won't be painting the entire dash in this video. I'll just be painting the centerpiece and the back cluster for right now until I get more money to buy more paint. Now I will be removing this piece right here. I painted this with Rust-Oleum. Just Rust-Oleum's advanced formula about 1.5 years ago. Along with the gauge cluster, I splatter painted it, and it's held up really good. No clear, no primer, no nothing. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this real quick. Phillips head screws with a small screwdriver. Make sure not to lose the screws. There's 2 screws that hold it in. Then you'll pry it down and towards you. You might have to adjust the steering wheel down. Alright, now we've got this out. I'm going to go ahead and remove the gauge cluster. There are 4 Phillips head screws, 1 in each corner down here, and then 1 here and 1 here. Once that's removed, we'll disconnect the connector and we'll take this stuff to the back patio. Now that we've got these pieces out, we'll take them to the back patio and I can show you how to paint them. Alright, now that we've got the cluster out of the car, as you can see, I painted it white with a light turquoise splatter. I'm going to change this to Massey Ferguson gray to match the outside of my car. Now, you could just paint it black or whatever, but I'm just going to show you how to take the cluster apart. First, what you're going to want to do is take these black plastic pieces right here and push down on them, putting a flathead in between and gently prying it away like this, and then moving your way down. Make sure to work your way all the way around. And being very gentle so you don't break it. Once you get to this point, it should just pop right out like this. Make sure to disconnect the light at the very top here and pull this off. Do not touch or wipe on the inside of this because this plastic does scratch up very easily. So if you have to, just wear gloves. Okay, now we have access to the actual face of the cluster. What you're going to want to do is just gently pull this straight up. And on the back side, you'll pop these little pieces here out. Like this. And now we can scuff this up and get it ready for some paint. Alright, now I'll be using these 6x9 scuffing pads, the 360 grit. You can get them at O'Reilly's, along with the adhesion promoter, duplicolor's prep spray, and then the tractor paint that I use to paint my car from Magic. This stuff's really durable stuff. So basically we're just going to scuff this thing up. Now that we've got it all scuffed up, we're going to use the duplicolor prep spray. Basically, we're just going to spray it onto a rag that's clean, like this. Then we're going to wipe this down. Using duplicolor's adhesion promoter, it's basically clear primer, and it helps adhere to plastic, and it's ideal for vinyl and chrome. So it's really good stuff to put down before we paint. So we're just basically going to carefully pick this up without getting our fingerprints on it and spray this piece down. Doesn't take a lot of adhesion promoter. We're gonna let this sit for about 3 minutes, then we'll spray on the tractor, truck, and implement paint. All right, now we're going to be using the tractor, truck, and implement paint and putting some paint down. I'm going to go a light coat like that. A lot of you guys won't think this is a light coat, but there's still spots where there's white showing. This will be a light coat. We'll let that dry for just a couple minutes and then we'll shoot it again. All right, I'm going to hit it with the second coat. I'm going to go ahead and let this dry while we do this panel right here. Alright, the paint that's on this, I used its advanced formula from Rust-Oleum. There's no clear primer or adhesion promoter or anything, and this has held up over 1.5 years and looks great. But I'm not going to be using this color theme with my car, so I'm going to go ahead and scuff this up and just paint it back to a matte black finish. So I'm going to use the scuff pad and scuff it up. Alright, so I'm going to remove this little piece of fabric right here under the bottom side so that we can paint this. Alright, just like the other piece, I'm going to hit it with the prep spray to make sure there's no wax or grease on it. Now I'm going to hit it with the adhesion promoter. I'm going to let that dry for a couple minutes, then we're going to spray the vinyl and fabric. This is made specifically to be flexible, so that way when the plastic expands and contracts, it doesn't crack. This stuff's really good stuff, and I've used it many times. As long as you follow the instructions, it'll work great. Alright, it's been drying for a couple minutes. Now I'm going to hit it with the vinyl and fabric spray. And yes, this is okay to use on plastics. Alright, we're going to let this dry, and after it's dry, we will put it back on the car. Alright, so this has been drying for about an hour now. I just wanted to make sure that it was nice and dry before I start handling it. Now basically we're just going to reattach these pieces, which are your like check engine light and blinkers and stuff like that. Just popping them in to the back side. Alright, now that they're back in, we'll put this piece back on. Like that. Now with the clear piece, you will line it up with the reset and then push it in, and it clips in just like that. Alright, we have the gauge cluster done. I plugged the light back in up top, and we've got this piece painted now, so they'll go like this back in the car. All right, now that we got the cluster painted, it's looking pretty good. We're going to reinstall it. Make sure to reinstall all of the connector clips, and then put all these Phillips head screws back in their locations. All right, now before you screw it in, make sure everything on your dash is functioning. Turn the key forward and make sure your check engine light and other lights on the dash are still coming on. After that, turn your headlights on, hit your brights, make sure your bright still works. Everything works good, then we can screw it back in. All right, now that that's screwed in, we can go ahead and put this piece back on as well. All right, this is what it should look like when you're finished. Should look like it's factory. This is the black from the factory, and this is the duplicolor, and it comes out looking really good as long as you properly prep it, wipe it down with the prep paint, and use the adhesion promoter. You can get some really awesome results. Now, the rest of the dash will be getting painted along with the pillars, door panels, carpet there. The carpet on the ground will probably just replace with black carpet, but you can paint the carpet and seats too. I just prefer not to. But I will be painting all of this. But it's going to take at least 4 or 5 cans to do the entire interior. I only have the 1 can, so I'm going to wait till I have all of it before I do that video. But that video will be coming out, and I'll show you how to do it. Now, I've had really good luck using this stuff in the past with no issues, but you have to use the vinyl paint, because on vinyl material, normal spray paint will get a sticky, tacky feeling. But this method works really well, and it works on plastics. It's made to expand and contract with the plastics and the vinyl. So duplicolor's vinyl paint's really good stuff. If you liked the video, definitely smash the like button and drop me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. That Massey Ferguson gray matches really well with the rest of the car, so I figured that'd be a good choice to do. Now, I could have just went black, but I think it looks pretty good and it matches the theme of the car. So that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it, and I hope it was informative enough for you guys. But I'm gonna get out of here. I got some stuff I gotta go do, but I'll see you guys in the next video. Definitely subscribe if you haven't. God bless.